Founded in 1806, Boston's Village is the oldest village in Summit County. Gerald Ford signed a bill to take away land for the establishment of national parks caused by nationwide anxiety over the country's disappearing forest lands, which led to the abandonment of the county during 1974. This location, known as Boston, Boston Mills, and Boston Heights, also Helltown, will continue to be haunted for many years to come. So this will be chapter 1 here in this spooky adventure. So there's a video that played in the very beginning of this that you guys seen, and you're probably a little questioning a little bit because it's probably a little bit creepy, or maybe not even creepy, just confusing. And we'll get to that, and I will explain more of it here later on. So we're here, chapter 1 of this adventure, this spooky adventure. And yeah, we're gonna get right into it. Alright, so it was an October day here in the land of Ohio, and we ended up going over to this place that was pretty far, and it's called Helltown. It's also called the End of the World. Or at least Stanford Road is technically the end of the world. So this is all that we knew at the time. It was October 19th at the time that this happened, and I gotta say that it was a very rainy day. It was gloomy as hell. It was just nonstop rain from. It's been raining ever since Sunday to now, which is Thursday. So it's been raining a fuck ton, and it was raining really hard there on Monday. And yeah, so we ended up going out to that place called Helltown, and all that we knew was the legends. We didn't look up any factual stuff. Actually, we ended up going out, and she didn't know anything about the location. So we ended up going out, and it was kind of creepy just because yeah. So we ended up going out, and we went out, and she didn't know anything about the location we were going to. I knew that there was pretty much a legend there, and she didn't know at all. So this made it much creepier and much scarier, especially for me and what we had saw there. So that kind of leads us here to chapter 2. Alright, so here in chapter 2 we're going to talk a little bit about the Axeman and whether or not it's real, as well as pretty much the actual real reason the road that you seen in the video was closed down. If you didn't pick up on that, Stanford Road is closed. Helltown Road, the End of the World Road, is closed. So pretty much here in, or not here in, but there in Boston, Stanford Road is closed. You can't drive. You can drive maybe a quarter of it, but you can't drive the full thing. You have to walk if you're gonna go. So essentially, there's a man this is a legend, that there's a man who would stay there at night, and he'd be on the road, and he would pretty much kill motorists that would go onto that road. And keep in mind, it's a no outlet road. It is a no outlet road. So he would kill people on that road with an axe, and apparently he was never caught. Nobody ever caught him or anything. So this had me searching up a whole bunch of stuff, looking at murders in the place, and I couldn't find very much other than a teen dying or something like that, but ended up being somewhere else, and I just couldn't find very many actual murder case deaths in that town. So I was like, okay, well, that's good. And keep in mind, this was after we got back from the place, so this was a little bit scary. Just being there and not really knowing the true stuff. Just more or less knew that there was an axe killer out there, and pretty much he was on the loose and didn't really know the year or anything. So yeah, that was just simply a legend. The real reason that pretty much this axe killer is brought up is just because it was like those like in town, small town rumors, and pretty much the reason that they ended up closing the road down was just because there's a cliff at the very end of the world road, Sanford Road. So pretty much a lot of people were driving down that road and was going to turn around. Whenever they go up apparently this hill, they would just drop off, and it was just super dangerous. Crashes kept on happening and occurring. From what I was looking at, nobody really died, but yeah, it's a good thing that they closed it off. But of course, rumors circulate and stuff, and the whole place, the whole entire town is apparently a ghost town. It is a very, very small place, very, very tiny. So yeah, that's gonna kind of lead us here into chapter 3. Alright, so chapter 3, and this kind of brings us up to going there. So we had gone across a crybaby bridge. I'm going to have everything up in the screen so you guys can see that now. So you kind of go across Crybaby Bridge, and then you go past a South Main, I think is what it's called. And there is a whole bunch of nice houses down that way. A lot of them are for sale, of course. And then there's a cemetery at the end of that. And then beside that is Sanford Road, which leads you all the way out, which there's a couple houses there. And then there's a nice rental house that you can stay at. And I'm assuming it's like a spooky mansion kind of thing. And pretty much a little bit around the corner and then past there's a road closed sign, right? So we ended up pulling all the way up to the road closed sign. I had anticipated just getting some pictures. It was spooky out, it was raining, and I just figured, it'd be cool to just take some pictures there at the gate, and we could go home, go out to eat or something, right? And instead, we get to the gate, and we're looking at the gate and everything. We didn't even get out of the vehicle yet. We're just checking it out. And then there's we look off in the distance, and then there's what looks to be a black puddle, right? And it's just it looked a little too familiar. And it looked like a person, right? So I was kind of confused. I was like, is that water? And she was like, no, that's not water. That's a person. There's a person out there. And I was like, I don't really know about that. So we sat there for probably about 2 minutes, right? Trying to determine whether or not this was a person or if this was water. So I was like, okay, just pull out your camera and record it then. So she pulls out her camera and she ends up zooming into it, and the dude ended up moving, and he ended up start walking, right? So she threw down her camera. She's like, okay, we need to get out of here. And then the guy started once he threw down her camera, the guy started pacing back and forth. He was going fast. I don't know what he was doing. Going back and forth on the road pretty fast. So we ended up turning around. She kept her eyes on that dude the whole entire time. And whenever we were driving off, he was just standing there again. And keep in mind, this was pretty far. We were there for probably 3 minutes tops, and a minute probably looking at the gate, and then 2 minutes, probably a minute trying to figure out the guy and everything, and then a minute just trying to scurry out and pretty much get out of there, and as well as the recording. And honestly, it was just really weird, and just because somebody was standing there for so long. And that kind of brings us here into chapter 4. Alright, so we're here in chapter 4 now, and I just pretty much wanted to go over what it possibly was whenever we had gone. So, it's very likely that the person that we seen was just a normal person. Keep in mind, the person was in all black, very tall, and he was standing there for quite a bit of time. So, there's a couple thoughts and theories that I had on this, and the most logical ones to me was that we pulled up, meaning that the guy was just like kind of in shock, probably seeing if it was like a cop or something like that, maybe a little bit confused, and he may have just stood there watching us, maybe just as confused as we was, and maybe just as scared as we were, and because like as soon as we pulled up, we locked the doors, like I didn't know about I only knew about the legends. I literally thought that dude out there was a fucking axe killer, and that this dude was gonna fucking cross map me with a fucking tomahawk like it was fucking Black Ops 2. Like, I wasn't about to have that shit happen. But, yeah. Anyways, it just fucking. It was a little bit creepy, It was creepy. And so, I honestly think that it was a dude. And he was just looking at us, and he was scared, and like he was maybe confused, maybe more confused than scared, and then pretty much that's why he stood there potentially. um she made a good point that it may have been a ghost, and the ghost may have been watching us, and then the ghost may have been like, I guess, frightened whenever he had seen the camera or knew of the camera or something. Because if you ever look at like ghost videos or whatever, they're never clear. Like, sure, we were pretty far. It would have taken that dude like a full like minute if he was a good runner to get to us. But it just, it could have been a ghost. It could have been a ghost. I'm not too sure. It could be why he ended up moving the way he did. Could have been the reason why he was what looked like dressed in all black and so tall. Not too sure. The other theory, which is the less likely theory, I guess, is that it was the axe killer, and that would be. If that was the axe killer, then we survived the axe killer. You guys should drink milk. It's good for you. And speaking of axe killing, I thought it'd be funny if I had the cup. But anyways, it could have been the axe killer. Now, the axe killer was obviously a legend, but many legends are created based on a fact and based on maybe a rumor. And sometimes those facts and rumors turn into real people, where they want to fulfill that legend and they want to be that legend. So the thought of that was a little bit creepy, and it still is creepy now. So pretty much like I was thinking, well, why are they there? And I honestly believe that they were probably there to just investigate and look at the place. Not investigate for like purposes of like something creepy. It also could be a homeless man, keep in mind, because there's apparently a old shack out there. I forgot to bring that up. It's an old shack out there. Keep in mind, we didn't even go past the fucking gate. Most people actually, I've checked YouTube, and some people are actually going past the fucking gate. Dude, I haven't gone past the gate. I literally seen somebody, and I said, no, I'm not going today. So, it just, if you guys want to see me go, then if this video gets 100 likes, okay, before 2021, alright, so pretty much December 31st, okay, January 1st is whenever I'm going to pretty much count this. And I'm going to go back to the video, I'm going to check the likes. I will check the likes, and I will make a follow-up video if you guys do end up, like, enjoying this video and liking it. I will go again for 100 likes, okay? 100 likes is something that I can only get on my like videos that blow up, and I've only had a couple, and they were not these kind of videos. So 100 likes and I'll go again. 169 likes and I'll go in the Carl outfit. That's only if you guys give me 169 likes by the end of this year, and I will go again. So if you guys want to see me go again, potentially shit my pants, I will go again, but only for 100 likes or 169 likes in the car outfit. So yeah, that's been it for this video. It's been a wild ride here on YouTube, and I appreciate you guys coming out for this spooky video. Didn't expect to make this video, but I wanted to make it simply because of this happening. I just wanted to share this with you guys and share it with maybe other people that do ghost stuff. So yeah, I appreciate you guys coming to this video, and leave a like. I'll see you in the next one.